The real goal should be to make everyone a member of the family of God. I do believe that there's a place that we've nurtured our relationship with God. Get a life. I think that girls get caught up in stupid stuff. Did you ask God about this man?
You've heard the story of the little engine that could, haven't you? It's the story of a tiny little engine that had to pull a train in need over a high mountain. It is a story about the fortitude and the strength of what one can do when they think the right thing, working together with others. It's important to be able to control your mindset. What you think is what you'll do. What you think is who you are. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. If I think I can, I will. But if I think I can't, I won't. So the mind is a very powerful thing. So many scientific tests have been done over just the power of the mentality and the capacity of man to think and make things happen based on thought processes. Thoughts become words and actions that create our character, that creates the outcome of our lives. So what you think is critical. God talks about the mind a lot. He talks about the fact that we need to control the mind. He talks about casting down imaginations, things that speak and scream louder than the truth of what he says about our lives. It's really important for us to have focus and to choose our thoughts and our mindset. He also tells us that our minds have the power and the capacity to make us do anything that we want to do in life. There was a time when the whole earth, all of the inhabitants of the earth, decided to worship the stars, and they started to build a tower to do that. God came down and saw them united in thought and said that nothing would be impossible to them. So he had to confuse them by giving them different languages. Thoughts create language. Language becomes sound that reverberates in the atmosphere and puts things in motion. The power of the thoughts is something real. Dr. Carolyn Leaf wrote a book called Who Switched Off My Brain? And she talks about the impact of our thoughts creating patterns that literally become grooves in our brain that we get stuck in. And when we get stuck in that groove, it's hard for us to think what we call outside of the box. That's why we see people doing the same thing over and over again, even though they want something different to happen in their lives. But they're stuck in a groove. Are you in a groove? Get out of that groove. Create a new groove. You can literally reprogram your mind by choosing the thoughts that you want to think. God says that we have ultimate control over our minds. He tells us to take every thought into captivity that rises up against the knowledge of God. What he's literally saying is, I've told you truth. If you choose to believe a lie, you need to get rid of that thing and get back to the truth of what I've spoken to you about who you are, what you're able to accomplish, who you are in me, where you're going in life, the vision that I've given you to accomplish. All of these things are things that we need to be very clear about. It says that when we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. That means we've got to selectively pick our thought patterns. I recommend writing down your thoughts, writing down your visions. It says that when we write the vision and make it plain, then we get to run with it. This gives you divine focus. Thoughts is all about what you focus on. What you focus on is what you'll follow after. It's also what you will attract. Have you ever decided you wanted to buy a new car and you decided, I'm going to buy a Toyota? Then every place you went on the road, all you saw were Toyotas. That is because Toyota is now in your mind, and it begins to attract what you're thinking about. So what do you want to attract in your life is the question of the day. What do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to see in your life? How do you want your relationships to look like? All of these things, some people consider it new age, but it actually isn't. It's quite biblical to focus on the thing that we want. It says if we can see it, and you don't even have to believe it. If you can see it, you can have it. And that's why we have to pinpoint what we're looking at, what we're thinking about, and make sure that we're not allowing our own thoughts to distract us off of the point of where we want to go in life. Your thoughts are very powerful. Your thoughts drive you. Your thoughts can carry you to point A or point Z, just depending on how you think. I think I can. I think I can. If I think I can, I will. But if I think I can't, I won't. Reprogram the mind to be in obedience to what you choose to think today. It's ultimately up to you.